Hello everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Daily. I'm Aria.
And I'm Andrew. Thanks for joining us today.
Andrew, can I ask you something?
Of course,
Do you enjoy flying?
I do. Once I'm on the plane, it's the airport that makes me nervous.
Really? Why?
There are just so many things to remember. Your passport, your boarding pass, finding the right gate, going through security. I'm always worried I'll forget something.
I know exactly what you mean. Even people who travel a lot sometimes feel nervous at the airport. But once you know the basic English words and expressions, everything becomes much easier.
That's exactly what we're going to help you with today. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to check in, ask simple questions, find your gate, and board your flight with confidence.
And don't worry if you're a beginner. We're going to speak slowly, use simple English, and explain new words naturally as we go. So just relax, listen, and enjoy the conversation.
Actually, Aria, your story reminds me of my first international trip.
Oh, I'd love to hear this. What happened?
Well, I arrived at the airport nice and early. I thought everything was going perfectly. I had my suitcase. I had my carry-on bag. I even bought a coffee while I waited.
That sounds like a great start. So, where's the funny part?
When I got to the check-in counter, the airline employee smiled and said, "May I see your passport, please?" I reached into my backpack. Nothing. I checked every pocket. Nothing.
Oh no. Don't tell me you forgot it.
I did. It was still sitting on my desk at home.
You're kidding.
I wish I were. That was the fastest taxi ride of my life. Luckily, I made it back just in time. But I learned an important lesson that day. Always check your passport before you leave home.
That's actually a great tip. And everyone listening probably learned a new word just now. A passport is the document you need to travel to another country. Without your passport, you usually can't take an international flight.
Exactly. And another useful phrase we just heard was check-in counter. That's the place where you show your passport, check your luggage, and receive your boarding pass. Don't worry if these words are new. You'll hear them again in our conversations today.
Andrew, after hearing your passport story, I have to ask. Has anything else ever gone wrong when you traveled?
Actually, yes. The first time I flew by myself, I wasn't sure what to say at the check-in counter. I kept thinking, what if the airline staff asks me a question and I don't understand?
I think a lot of English learners feel the same way. The good news is that most airport conversations are actually very simple. You don't need to know hundreds of words. Just a few useful expressions can help you a lot.
Exactly. For example, one of the easiest sentences is, "I'd like to check in for my flight." That's it. Short, polite, and easy to remember.
Another common sentence is, "Here is my passport." You'll probably say that every time you travel internationally.
Should we try a real conversation?
Let's do it. Imagine you've just arrived at the airport. You're standing in front of the airline counter. Jenny is the airline agent. Good morning. Welcome to Skyworld Airlines. Where are you flying today?
Good morning. I'm flying to Singapore. I'd like to check in for my flight.
Certainly. May I see your passport, please?
Of course. Here you are.
Thank you. Are you checking any luggage today?
Yes. I have one suitcase.
Perfect. Please place it on the scale. Everything looks good. Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?
A window seat, please. I love looking outside during the flight.
No problem. Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is A12. Boarding begins at 9:15. Have a wonderful trip.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
See? That conversation was much easier than many people imagine.
I agree. The airline agent wasn't speaking quickly. She asked short, clear questions, and my answers were also short.
Exactly. And let's review a few expressions you just heard. Instead of memorizing a long list, think about where you would actually use them. For example, I'd like to check in for my flight. You'll say this when you arrive at the airline counter.
Then you'll probably hear, "May I see your passport, please?" That's your invitation to hand over your passport.
And if someone asks, would you like a window seat or an aisle seat? They're simply asking where you'd like to sit on the airplane.
I always choose the window seat.
Really? I'm the opposite. I always choose the aisle seat because I like being able to stand up and stretch my legs during a long flight.
That's fair. Maybe we should never sit next to each other on a plane.
Probably not. But we definitely have something to talk about after the flight. Well, we survived check-in.
Barely. I was so worried I was going to say something wrong.
But you didn't. See? Airport English isn't as scary as people think.
You're right. Actually, now I'm starting to get excited.
Good. Because our trip isn't over yet. What's the next thing we need to do?
Coffee.
Andrew,
What? Every trip starts with coffee.
maybe for you. But first, we need to find our gate.
Oh, right. That sounds important.
Very important. If you're at the wrong gate, you'll probably end up in the wrong city.
Well, I've always wanted to visit Paris.
Andrew, we're flying to Singapore.
I know. I was kidding. Mostly.
Let's look at your boarding pass. What gate does it say?
Let's see. Gate A12.
Perfect. Now all we have to do is follow the signs.
I always thought airports would be impossible to understand. But the signs are actually pretty clear.
Exactly. Sometimes people worry too much about speaking English. But airports help you with lots of signs and information.
Oh, there's a big screen over there.
That's the departure board. Let's check it.
Attention, passengers. Flight SW218 to Singapore is now boarding at Gate A12. Please have your boarding pass and passport ready. Thank you.
Did you hear that? They said our flight number.
Yes. And they also said something important.
Have your boarding pass and your passport ready.
Exactly. That's something you'll hear at almost every airport.
You know, airport announcements used to make me nervous. They always sounded so fast.
Me too. Then I realized I don't have to understand every word. I just listen for my flight number, my gate, or my destination.
That makes life much easier.
Exactly. Learning English isn't about understanding 100%. It's about understanding the words that matter.
Hey, can we get that coffee now?
Now we can. We've got plenty of time.
Perfect. Airport coffee always tastes better somehow.
I think you're paying more for the airport than the coffee.
You're probably right. But somehow, I still buy one every single trip.
I have a question. Window seat or aisle seat?
Window. Always. I like watching the clouds.
I'm definitely an aisle seat person. I like being able to stand up whenever I want.
So we're never sitting together on a plane.
Probably not. Unless one of us agrees to switch seats.
Not a chance. I'm keeping my window seat.
We'll let our listeners decide. Are you a window seat person? Or an aisle seat person? Looks like our coffee break is over.
Already. I just sat down.
Time flies when you're drinking expensive airport coffee.
You're never going to let that go, are you?
Probably not. Oh, look. People are starting to line up.
Should we line up too?
Not yet. Let's listen first.
Attention, passengers. We are now boarding flight SW218 to Singapore. Passengers in groups 1 and 2 may board at this time. Please have your passport and boarding pass ready.
Groups? I didn't know there were groups.
Most airlines board passengers in small groups. It helps everyone get on the plane more smoothly.
Let me check my boarding pass. I'm group 4.
I'm group 3. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer.
That's okay. I actually enjoy watching everyone. Some people look excited. Some look sleepy. And some people look like they've packed their whole house into one carry-on bag.
I've seen that too. They somehow fit 3 jackets, 2 pillows, and a giant backpack into one tiny suitcase.
It's like magic.
Have you ever been the last person to board?
Almost. One time I was buying a sandwich. I completely forgot to watch the departure screen. Suddenly, I heard my name over the airport speakers.
Really?
They said, "Final call for Andrew." I've never run so fast in my life.
Did you make it?
Barely. I arrived at the gate completely out of breath. The airline staff smiled and said, "We've been waiting for you." I was so embarrassed.
That's exactly why I always arrive at the gate early. I'd rather wait 20 minutes than run for 20 seconds.
I learned my lesson. Now I never leave the gate area once boarding gets close.
Now boarding groups 3 and 4. Please proceed to the gate.
That's us. Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Good afternoon. May I see your passport and boarding pass, please?
Of course. Here you are.
Thank you. You're in seat 18A. Enjoy your flight. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I always get excited at this moment. Walking onto the plane makes the trip feel real.
I know what you mean. A few minutes ago we were standing in the airport. Now we're actually about to fly to another country.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it.
All right. Let's find our seats before someone else takes your window seat.
Don't even joke about that. I'd be heartbroken.
Come on. Row 18 is this way.
Well, we're finally on the plane.
Next, we'll get settled into our seats, meet another passenger, and get ready for takeoff. All right. Row 18 should be just a little farther.
There it is. 18A. My beautiful window seat.
You really love window seats.
Of course. It's the best part of flying.
We'll see if you still think that after a 10-hour flight.
I'll let you know later. I think someone is sitting in my seat.
Really? What seat number do they have?
I don't know. I haven't asked yet.
Go ahead. Just be polite.
Oh. I'm sorry. Are you looking for this seat?
I think so. I'm in 18A.
Let me check. Oh. You're right. I'm actually in 19A. Sorry about that.
No problem at all. It happens.
Thanks for understanding. Have a great flight.
You too.
See? That wasn't so difficult.
I know. I almost didn't say anything.
A lot of English learners feel that way. They're worried about making someone uncomfortable.
But Brian was really nice.
Exactly. Most people appreciate polite communication.
Now, where should I put my backpack?
Try the overhead bin.
It looks full.
Maybe turn it sideways.
Good idea. There. It fits.
Success.
That was more difficult than solving a puzzle.
Every traveler has fought with an overhead bin at least once. Good afternoon. Could you please place your backpack completely inside the overhead bin?
Of course. Is this okay?
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All settled?
Almost. Seatbelt. Check. Backpack. Check. Window. Definitely check.
You're like a little kid.
Maybe. But I still get excited every time I fly.
I think that's a good thing. It's nice to still enjoy the little moments.
Hey, look outside. The ground crew is waving.
Maybe they're waving at you.
I'm waving back anyway. You never know.
Looks like the cabin doors are closing.
This is it. We're really going.
Next, we'll experience takeoff, enjoy the view above the clouds, and share a few more travel stories. Everything's ready. Seatbelts?
Fastened.
Phones?
Airplane mode.
Perfect. Looks like we're about to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Please fasten your seat belt. Make sure your seat back is upright and your tray table is folded away. Thank you for flying with us today.
I've heard that announcement so many times, but I still watch the safety demonstration.
Me too. Even if you've flown before, it's always worth paying attention.
Besides, I can never remember where the nearest emergency exit is.
Exactly. That's why they remind us every flight.
Here we go. We're moving.
This is my favorite part.
Really? I thought landing was your favorite.
No. I love the moment when the plane leaves the ground. It feels like a new adventure is beginning.
I know exactly what you mean. Every time I travel, I feel excited and just a little nervous.
That's completely normal.
Wow. Look outside. We're above the clouds.
It's beautiful. The clouds look like snow.
Sometimes I forget how amazing flying really is. We're sitting in a chair, thousands of meters above the ground.
When you think about it like that, it's incredible.
Can I tell you something embarrassing?
Always.
The first time I flew, I thought the clouds were close enough to touch.
Seriously?
I even asked my dad if we could open the window.
You did not.
I was 7 years old. Give me a break.
That's actually adorable.
He laughed for about 5 minutes.
Excuse me. Would you like something to drink? I'd like some orange juice, please.
Coffee for me, please.
Certainly. Here you are. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
You know, once the plane is in the air, I always start to relax.
Me too. Before takeoff, I'm thinking about passports, boarding passes, gate numbers. After takeoff, I can finally stop worrying.
Exactly. Now all we have to do is enjoy the journey.
And maybe watch a movie.
Or take a nap.
Not me. I don't want to miss the view.
It's amazing how quickly a place that felt unfamiliar this morning now feels completely normal.
That's one of my favorite things about traveling. The things that seem difficult at first become easy once you've done them.
Exactly. And in our final part, we'll land safely, collect our luggage, and look back on everything we've experienced together.
I can't believe we're almost there. The flight went by so quickly.
It really did. I was just starting to enjoy my orange juice.
You mean the tiny cup with 2 sips?
Exactly. I always wish airplane drinks were a little bigger.
Maybe they're trying to make us appreciate every sip.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing in Singapore shortly. Please return to your seats. Fasten your seat belts. And make sure your tray tables are folded away. Thank you.
Here we go. Landing always feels different from takeoff.
I know. Everyone suddenly becomes very quiet.
Except for the little kid behind us. I think he's having the best day of his life.
I don't blame him. Flying is still exciting. Even after all these years.
And we're on the ground.
Nice landing. Very smooth.
I always want to clap for the pilot.
Do you actually clap?
Only in my head. I don't want to embarrass myself.
That's probably for the best.
Why does everyone stand up so quickly? The plane isn't even open yet.
That's one of travel's greatest mysteries.
Nobody can leave. But everyone is standing.
Maybe they're just excited to stretch their legs.
Or maybe they think standing up will make the door open faster.
If only it worked that way.
Now we just need one thing.
Our luggage.
Hopefully my suitcase remembered to come with us.
I'm sure it did.
You sound much more confident than I feel.
There it is. Blue suitcase. Second one coming around the belt.
That's mine. We made it. Both of us. And the suitcase.
You know, when we started today, you seemed a little nervous.
I was. Airports always looked confusing to me.
Do you still feel that way?
Not really. Now it feels like a series of simple steps. Check in. Find your gate. Board the plane. Enjoy the flight. Land safely. It's much easier than I imagined.
Sometimes that's true for learning English too. At first, everything seems difficult. Then one conversation, one trip, or one new experience can change everything.
I like that. You don't have to know every word. You just have to keep going.
And that's the end of our airport adventure. Thanks for traveling with us today.
We hope this conversation helped you feel a little more confident about using English at the airport.
If you enjoyed spending time with us, don't forget to join us for our next adventure.
Until next time, take care, keep practicing, and enjoy every conversation.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.